Hi guys, so again we are moving on to the patch tool for the tools of Photoshop. So I had said in the first video, but the video recording did not catch me saying this, that I just want to remind everyone they are Command K accessing the server and then copying that entire folder onto your desktop before editing any of these photos. You cannot edit the file on the server. The server is full of files that are exactly how they need to be for all of the students. And so you need to copy the folder to your desktop and work off of that. And once you've done that, you can move right on to the patch tool. So double click, and again, Command 0, fit to screen. So you'll notice that in this photo there are lots of small imperfections. And there's also a lot of surface texture. So this is not a situation where you would want to airbrush anything, paintbrush anything. This is a great place for the patch tool because the patch tool does a fantastic job at matching surface textures. So again, what I want you to do, same thing, Command J, duplicate your layer. So on and off your visibility. It's not going to do anything because you haven't made any changes yet. The next thing I want you to do is select your patch tool. Now, the patch tool is in the same menu drop down as the healing brush tool. You might have seen it when you were using the healing brush tool. So now select the patch tool. Looks like a little patch. And what I want you to do is pick an area in your photo that you see an imperfection. And a good example of this would be like the initials down here. So this is basically what I'm going to try to correct here. And the first thing that I'm going to do is go up to my options. And you'll notice at the top of the screen there is an option to do normal or content aware. And what you want to choose is content aware. That makes your patch tool and Photoshop in general more sensitive to the surroundings of what you're correcting. So right here, structure, that is how closely you want your, like the details of your surface textures and all the details of your photo to match. And then the color, this is the range of blending that you want Photoshop to do with the surroundings. So I click 10 because I feel like Photoshop collects a lot of color information that way and kind of blends it all together. So that's what I'm doing, and then I also have it on sample all layers. Now in this situation it doesn't matter because I don't have anything underneath of here, but let's say that I had made a bunch of adjustments and then finally on top of that there was a patch tool adjustment or used, it would collect information from all these layers below underneath, so without having to flatten your image, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So come over here once you have all your settings set, and I want you to drag a small circle around the DJ. And right away you can see these marching ants, which means this is an active selection. So if you click inside your active selection or your marching ants, wherever you drag, the location that you drag to, that's the location that it's going to pick up information and kind of try to match. So you can see right here, down here, to the side, to the left, to the right. Anyway, I'm going to try to release my selection in a place that I feel like matches it really well, and I'm not really happy with any of these places, but let's just see what happens. Decent. Okay, now that's surprising because initially when you dragged up, it kind of looked like it was going to be a lot rougher than it actually ended up being, and I think that's because we had our settings set so well up here that it was collecting information about the color, the surface texture. And you can see like there's not a ton of texture here, and that's because my structure is low. If I were to bring it up, there would be more surface texture. Anyway, the next key command shortcut I want you to learn is Command D, which is deselect. So it's okay. You can still kind of see a circle around here. So you can go back and kind of fix it up a little bit more. Yeah, I like that one a little better. Okay, so we're going to move on, and we're going to do another small imperfection here. So again, circle, and then wherever you drag to, that's the location it's going to try to duplicate. And then I let go, Command D, ta-da, circle, Command D, ta-da, circle, drag, let go, Command D, ta-da. Okay, so good. Let's try to bring my structure up a little more and see what difference that makes. Yeah, a little better. See how you got some of that texture in there? I like that better. Okay, and for a rock situation, I think it's important to have that texture. Anyway, that is all. So you can see your before, after, before, after. All right, guys, don't forget to save.